The City of Columbia looking for volunteers for the Public Space Public Life Survey. Lee DeForth here to tell us all about it. Lee?
Sure. So the Public Space Public Life Survey is actually tied to a plan that we have essentially for the downtown, but it really talks about how we use our public space. So we can take those lessons and watch them grow throughout the city limits. And so when we think about public space, we think about sidewalks, we think about maybe outdoor dining, whether or not it's safe to cross the street, for example, that's in your public space.
Okay.
And this survey is really about watching how folks use our public space. So we rely on volunteers heavily to go out and count once a year so we can quantify what we're doing right, what we're not doing right, what could maybe need improvement. Maybe it's light timing, maybe it's a safer crossing situation. Maybe it's, people could really use a spot to sit here because they seem to stand around and talk to each other a lot, but there's nowhere for them really to gather.
Tell us how a person would volunteer to help you with the survey. What are they going to be doing?
Yeah, so if you like to people watch, you're essentially doing that with a pencil and a piece of paper. So you can volunteer by going to columbiasc.net. And if you just look on that front banner, we've got the Public Space Public Life Counts or Public Space Public Life Survey advertised. And you can click there, sign up. It's similar to signing up if you've gotten a free water barrel or rain barrel from the city. It's similar to that. You just enter your contact information and pick a time slot. We're counting on March 22nd and 24th.
Okay.
And they're 4-hour time slots. And we ask that you attend a brief training prior to that time slot, either directly prior or prior to sometime you're starting, because we're holding trainings throughout those 2 days. And then
Okay. And you have to do the survey during that allotted time slot. You can't break it up.
Right. But it is broken up within the survey itself. So you're not going to be standing in one place for 4 hours. It's usually a block or a 2-block area. So you might spend 15 minutes counting an intersection where people are crossing, seeing if they're jaywalking or if they're, which we all do in Columbia, right?
Yeah.
So counting the jaywalkers, and you're actually jaywalking if you cross against the light, even if traffic is stopped. So if that little walking man isn't going or the hand isn't flashing, you're jaywalking. So, maybe it's a question of the light timing. You have to wait too long. So you're like, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to go.
Now, you're not going to be ratting these people out because of that. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
We're not taking pictures, names, or numbers.
Okay.
But what we're asking you to do is quantify those for us, because that helps us identify, if everyone's jaywalking there and nobody's crossing with the light, either there's not enough signage to know they have to press the button,
Okay.
or they're crossing because the light timing's weird. So that helps us take that information back and make some changes and experiment with those changes to see what really works. And then you might spend another 15 minutes diagramming where people are. So the example we often give is on Saturdays, because these counts are on a Thursday and a Saturday. On Saturdays, we do count on Main Street, kind of right in front of Drip. And we diagram what people are doing up and down the street. And you can imagine that's a really interesting thing to do during Soda City Market. Okay. So you are people standing? Are they sitting? Are they eating? Are they laying down? Are they, playing? Are little kids, playing a game, that sort of thing. So it's really informative to us how people are using that space.
That's very, very interesting. Okay. Again, you said it's March 22nd and 24th.
Yes.
And they can sign up for the Public Space Public Life Survey. Give them the website address again.
Sure. Just go to, I would just go to columbiasc.net because it'll be directly on that front page.
All right, Lee, I learned a lot. And you do this once a year.
We do.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can sign some people up. And just thank you so much for stopping by and sharing with us.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.